Since apparently, oh, by the way, I'm Reverend MeeLing, Reverend Susan MeeLing, Lady Dori, Belle, Lady MeeLing. I've been known by a few names. Gonna go back over the paperwork that I just completed a recording of. But since there was an issue with technology, we'll redo that. Finding a silver lining, the book that I put together. Finding the silver lining. So here are the documents in chronological order. This signature is on the copy that was given to me from McCoy Elementary School. You can read the page yourself because apparently I can't read the page because, you know, instead of technology just working again here. There you go. You can pause it to read for yourself. And I'll redo it again if I have to. So this is from Angela Ryder, despite the aspects of the dates being off. And no, I'm not going to write a blog entry. So I've already done that. So here are, that's from Angela Ryder, that's from Angela Ryder. And the dates are wrong because you'll see. So that's from Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District. That's emails that were printed out and given to me from Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District. As you can see, from Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District, and then the behavioral area from Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District. The date my daughter should have already been in the second tier of the ARD IEP Special Needs Education. An email that was given to me from Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District's lawyers that they got from Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District from McCoy Elementary School. So you can see the date stamp. This notebook set is from Miss McLaughlin, the vice principal of McCoy Elementary School, the day of the meeting in regards to what happened after the field trip. That sticky note is from me. This is the email given from McCoy Elementary School District's lawyers. As you can see, Carrollton Farmer Branch. Dawn Rank. So, for example, if my ex-in-laws didn't want to pay attention to reality, here it is in your face in black and white. This is the statement given from one of the parents, probably Rebecca Schrader. The names blacked out are Kim Brown and Marcy Creemans. That's the last statement from Rebecca Schrader. This is from Marcy Creemans. You can take a look at the date that she signed it and sent it in. Now, whether that's the date that she actually handed it in or the day that she put it together in writing, possibly two different things. And you can see the stamp from Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District. Emails from the school in reference to the school district. Here's the draft, but apparently they had completed the assessment on the 17th of May, 2010. despite my daughter having been in Merrill Creek, which was in Austin, but this was done in Carrollton, Texas. Is Carrollton, Texas near Austin, Texas? No, it's not. My daughter was in a residential treatment center by that point. Here's emails from the school district, as you can see, their printing aspect. This is from, in reference to the Fort Worth Zoo, that's Tammy Hatcher's statement. As you can see, CFBISD. You can read it, 5 chaperones to 17 children. So, where's the date? The 10th of May, 2010. How could the school district of Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District complete an assessment with her in there? And then there's my TEA, Texas Education Agency filing in that regard. But, you know, Randy Wells and all that. Logged on the 9th of August, 2010. You can see the stamp. Here's the TEA complaint paperwork or submission form or whatever from Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District, which, you know, back in August of 2010 is when the first official request from the Texas Education Agency had occurred, but, you know, I didn't get paperwork until 2011, despite my requests before the Texas Education Agency got involved. So for all those people that I had known over the years who wanted to say that, and that's Randy Wells' response, that, you know, I was making things up. Well, how could I make that up? Just wondering. Emails that were given to me from the school district. If they weren't from my own email. The insufficiency in regards to the fact that the petitioner had not been given due process. Imagine that. I hadn't gotten due process all those years. Maybe if I had gotten the stuff needed. So here's some medical records in regards to my daughter from Merrill Creek. And then here's an email that I sent. And then, you know, yes, I've changed the way I sign the S, by the way, in certain regards, because of this book. I wanted to make sure that nobody could copy my signature. Once I realized I was going to be publishing all of this the way I had. So I changed the S so that way I didn't have to worry about that when it came to my signature. Though the N tends to be the same and the after effects stuff. So here's some medical records and aspects of the TEA. And yeah, it's not like I didn't try to get assistance. That's not forgetting all of the attempts to find a lawyer. But then again, you know, maybe if the school district had actually given me the paperwork on time, you know, it's supposed to be within 30 days. So 30 days from May of 2010, but not receiving it until the lawyer's office gave me the paperwork in 2011. Is that more or less than 30 days? I think that's more than 30 days. And so, you know, apparently I can't do the reading thing because, you know, imagine that would be easier. But instead I'll do it this way. Not happy. And I still haven't gotten answers. Technicalities. Not official ones. Although, technically, I've gotten the proof that McCoy Elementary School had treated my daughter and my son the way I had warned people of all those years. And nobody actually contacted me in person, at least officially letting me know. Now, for example, Rebecca Schrader, she did not officially let me know she was the same individual. So this pinnacle point would be the other, or the second hospital my daughter was in for residential treatment facility. You can see the date. And again, if, you know, the school district and the school had actually done their jobs correctly. I mean, I was doing everything I could at the time. And maybe, just maybe, my daughter wouldn't have been dropped from being taken care of from the insurance company if the school district did their job. And I sent in the form that TRICARE had requested information. I sent the form in and mailed it back as soon as I received it to let them know what was going on. Though at that time, I still had not received any paperwork from the school district. So I only could give in a handwritten statement. And then they changed from TRICARE to Kenpro for the name of the insurance. Now they're United Healthcare or whatever. But you can still see the TRICARE. Guess that was in the merging aspect, right? It was a merge time before it later became United Healthcare. Just saying. I've sent these books to quite a few individuals. Because I could. And while the mothers or the adult volunteers may not have wanted to, and this would be the legal proceedings, you know, irony of today being the 7th of May 2020, right before Mother's Day. Having to give up parental legal rights because of what occurred to my daughter and my son afterwards. I mean, maybe, just maybe, if things were taken care of as I warned beforehand, there wouldn't be the issues that there are now. Although I, you know, just saying, nobody can truthfully say that I didn't do everything I possibly could for both of my children, my son and my daughter. During the time beforehand of the Fort Worth Zoo, but definitely after. Irony of the name Sandra, right? So, you know, I was told that I was supposed to be able to visit with my daughter, but I was denied that because And so, you know, again, if anyone said I was confrontational, well, how so? When I constantly asked, what did I do wrong? Oh, probably, you know, probably being a caring mom. Is that what's considered being wrong? Doing everything possible to make sure my daughter doesn't have to be bullied, or my son be bullied afterwards because of the negligence and discrimination against my children and I. Just wondering. Yeah, the letter or email from the lawyer that was court appointed to me. I don't look at my children as an animal, either one. But if you want to look in regards to when I'm furious, well, that's animal behavior, not looking at as an actual animal. Just saying. I mean, I did post about stuff, so I don't know how nobody didn't see me putting this together afterwards. And why my biological family or my ex-in-laws refused to acknowledge reality. Oh, that's right. My ex-in-laws cared more about my dead ex-husband, their dead brother / spiritual husband, than my son and my daughter. Because, you know, my son and my daughter. But children shouldn't have to deal with, and then Cecilia Garza. She was fantastic. She was quite helpful in regards to doing what possible to try to get help, despite what was going on because of individuals. Irony, my daughter's birthday, the 24th of September, in regards to certain things. So, you know, though I doubt that I'd be the only person after a public signature aspect that would change the signature to be on the safe side to prevent forgery. You know, for example, my Medal of Honor art project. Probably, right? I can't be the only person who's done that. I mean, I had found out about identity theft by that point of putting this book together. So, you know, what will be the safest way? So by the time of 2013, maybe 2014, I think it was 2014, that would be when I started changing my signature. So that way, the identity theft couldn't go further. Just saying. Again, I'm not doing a write-up on this. I already have. Technically, right? Technically, I've already done the write-up. It's right here. So, this will be the only video because I'm not going and doing this again, but I'm also making it known in this video. I will not be doing another write-up on this. There's just enough documentation. So, you know, hey, it's a good thing, right? The COVID-19 quarantine. You get to learn how to deal with your own. I mean, I've been done. So I turned to my blood relations for support during the times of trouble for my children and family. However, after many attempts to keep a solid foundation for both of my children as equal as I possibly could for the past several years, my parents biologically and my sister biologically referred to my children as unnecessary baggage added to the medical baggage that I dealt with. So those words are from my biological father, by the way. Learning of my parents biologically showing their friends a picture that I captured in my Carrollton house of my biological sister with my children at Christmas all explained my children had been created by my sibling. No, my sibling reveling in the compliments for her ability to look fantastically athletic after 2 children. I mean, I did that, but not her. My mother biologically telling me I needed to be more like other moms who have had miscarriages and abortions who got over that problem. Why can't you move on too? Less than 3 days after signing the initial paperwork to relinquish my rights to my daughter. The first time. There was a guy I was dating at the time who heard those words similarly from her mouth as on the phone. Apparently the people in 736 don't want to, keep it down because apparently they just can't. It's a thing I can, whatever, but that's a them issue on that regard. I asked for my biological father for understanding and yet his support for his wife, Anna, my biological mother. Cold-heartedness, knowing he was and is the living proof of some children experiences within the state system due to similar circumstances. His only comments towards this had been I needed to appease my biological mother and keep everyone else happy. Really? Beginning to accept my inability to keep both my children safe reasonably, I resorted to reaching out to my ex-in-law family because of what the CPS people told me, Child Protective Services. Making a compromise to work a way to have visitation with both children, the ex-in-law would not speak beyond calling me names and more threats, meaning Mary Evangelina Nichols Osteen. Unable to create or have the ability to trust anyone within blood relations for my children to remain connected, because both sides of my biological aspect of my biological family and then my children's biological family on the other side, as far as like their dead father, I mean, I was doing everything I could for both of them without any assistance in regards to that sort of stuff in the ways that were necessary in certain regards. Yes, I had people that were able to help out in certain things, but keeping my children together with me as a family, that, and nobody was in the courtroom with me. That was of my blood relations, knowing what was going on. So everything discussed within these writings and in conclusion also with finding the silver lining had been intended to the initial most aspects of my reason to live, which had been my children, while trying to mostly aim facts with minimal personal opinions and interpersonal interactions with many others in regard to the opinions of. It was my hope and is my hope to bring various problems to light for the prevention of any children suffering from these similar problems. Later, I will compile other writings of interactions and situations and events within the aspects of life, not always involving my family, as far as biologically, yeah. The adult book series would be really creepy to write in that regard. Yeah, that would be really creepy. So, like, you know, the adult book series, The Paroxysm of the Lotus, Volume 1, 2, and 3, that'd be creepy. That'd be creepy. So that's why different, right? That's right. Later, some had caused internal reflection, others began creating action, and many started causing slow revelations. If one cannot laugh at oneself, how can one truly laugh throughout life wholeheartedly? If one cannot heal oneself, how can one heal others? In my case, in order to heal myself, I need to try to prevent other needless victims from experiencing these pains. Not wishing the life experiences I have survived living and learning from onto my worst proverbial enemy, it is my hope to bring awareness to these multifaceted problems throughout my beloved country, the United States of America. Throughout bringing awareness to these various topics and situations, I hope we as humans are able to put political, spiritual, sexual, etc. differences aside to work together in achieving positive change towards higher goals with beneficial results to all citizens of the United States of America. Within the brief outline is the ideal to bring forward words beyond commentary, points to argue over. Hopefully bringing points of light, possibly good, many things can occur. What is normal? Is normal what we truly believe within or to be truth? Or is normal what society dictates for us to accept? Life throws everyone dark clouds and shaky ground. Each must find their own secure-footedness while looking for the silver lining. Let go and let God. I will end that particular aspect and then get to the next portions in another video. But for now, I'm done writing because I'm really tired of it. Especially after what occurred in Washington State. Subscribe to my channel. Go to my website. You can buy my books as far as other writings. Otherwise,